Wanna fill your room up with some roses. Wanna stare in those eyes, can I stand down? Now trust me, this not just a phase. If it goes well, there might just be a wedding ring. Wanna fill your cup with some morning coffee. Wanna tell you all the promises I wanna keep. Wanna wrap my arms around you, give you the warmth you need. So can you take this chance? I want you, girl, grab my hand. I don't wanna be stuck in a situationship. Just let me know I'm down to risk it all. I don't like temporary love. Seeing all these couples, one's going through the gram. Thomas and Zendaya, I want all of that romance. Give you what you need, not what you want. I don't like temporary love. I don't like temporary love. I don't like temporary love. Wanna put all my eggs in one basket. Wanna show everyone that we lasted. Wanna go through miles and miles, yeah. Go through hell and back, yeah. Begging when you ain't beside. When I move my hands down slowly to your waist, with your body pressed against me, takes me to a different place. So just let me say one more thing. So can you take this chance? I want you, girl, grab my hand.
ギリスみたいだね。はい、お願いします。あ、待っててくださいね。化粧台がすごく素敵です。
邸宅は太平洋戦争間の保存修理工事を経て華麗によみがえりました。
なんかさ、ゆてのちゃんがさ、ゆてのちゃんがさ、これさ、草の中でさ、
大きなボタンを押してください。2を押してください。青いボタンを押してください。1を押してください。
でもここすべてのカラー揃ってるからいいね。
それはダメ。
これは何だと思う？これ何用だと思う？そうなの。よくわかった。
それかわいいね。わかるわ
る。
かる。それちょっとクリスマスっぽいね。
いいね、これ。
うん。あとかわいい。はい、はい、オッケーです。お、かわいい。
アクアリウムはなんか
But I can't get you out of my head. Try to stray, try to forget, but the thoughts they seem to drown me instead. I've always wondered what it takes to fill this empty void inside. But now I've realized you were what I needed this whole time. I've been around,
何これ。
no
else has got me feeling this way. Every moment, every hour I spend is on you every single day.
なんでこことかで乗せないの？
これはチョップでくれた。
何？
What it takes
そん
to
な感じ
feel
よしそれで
this empty void inside. Something about you makes me wanna be with you for a long time. お願いします。
おじいちゃんがいる時に。
おいしそう。これあなた？
美味しいのこれ。
おいしかった。
保育園の先生かわいいね。髪切ったおじさんに紹介してね。写真撮る？
写真撮る？
写真撮る？おいで。じゃあパパもおいで。パパもおいで。撮ろ。ね、暇してるからね。
はい、決めポーズチーズ。
このやつは何のや
あれはね、砂糖です。砂糖をどかしてかけてあるでしょ。
つ？でもじゃああの子たち砂糖ないよ。
あの子たちは砂糖がね。
あ、大丈夫です。ママはこれ。春は？チョコね。食べよ。
till she was already leaving. On a train going south, 10 minutes ago. I'm so bad at making conversation. I couldn't ask her for her number or her name, and I don't know if she just wants me to leave her alone. But I'll go sit in that subway station, open a book to look sophisticated. Maybe she might come to me one day. I'll probably say something dumb like, do you come here often? Cause I get so stupid in love when I'm talking to her. But I'll try my best to say more than a few words, because 'cause I want to know just
너무 이쁘다.